Hey guys, how you all doing? It's Saeed here from Saeed's Life and welcome back to the channel. For those of you that are new, I do cinematic vlogs, short movies and documentaries based on anything that's caught my interest at that particular time. So today is actually a day that I really wanted to... Yo, who's at the door? Guys, 1 second. Let's go see who's at the door. Alright, let's go and see who that is. Interesting. Yo! Salams, how you doing?
I'm good, man. You?
I'm all good, bro. Ages, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah?
Oh.
What's up?
I just had some people come round and it took them literally half an hour to leave. All they were doing is Kudafis. So for God's sake, go, leave me alone.
The typical Asian goodbyes.
Oh my God, it's terrible.
No way, bro.
They're holding me up.
I know, they're holding up our little, like,
Exactly.
you know, catch up, you know. To be honest with you, because you were taking so long, I ended up starting to do a vlog.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah? Hey, I've got an idea.
Mm-hmm.
I've got an idea.
Should we do one together?
I like it.
Yeah.
Let's go do it.
Let's do it.
This is fully recording right now, you do know that.
Because it's not streaming, I don't.
Ready?
Let's do it.
You sure? 100%.
Let's do it.
Yeah? Got your chai?
Got the try.
I see your vape sitting behind there.
It is.
That's very tactful. What happens when you pick your cup up to drink it?
People was there.
This is a very, very good friend of mine, Ash. How you doing, bro?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all gravy, baby. All
Good
gravy,
stuff.
man.
Good stuff.
Now, I've known this big man here for God knows
Less of the
how
big,
many
thank
years.
you.
Huh?
Less of the big, thank you.
Well, big, because he got a big heart.
Oh, okay.
Innit?
I can live with that.
No, but I've known Ash for a very, very long time. He is my Milton Keynian, quite literally Kenyan, brother. I know.
At least I'm not Pakistani.
What's wrong with being a Pakistani?
What can I say? Late to everything, never on time.
I was not the one late coming here.
Yeah,
was
well,
you.
that was not exactly my fault.
How is it not your fault?
Half an hour of people saying Kudafis. It's like, go already. You said half an hour ago you're going, so go. My God.
But listen, you can't be too upset about it because a lot of that's down to culture.
It is. That's very true. We're all the same.
Yeah.
It's a general thing that Asians like to take their time to do these sorts of things. They'll never be on time anywhere. They will take forever to leave.
Yeah. The Asian timing is definitely the right phrase. Coming or going,
He's
you know.
a whole clock off his arm.
Yeah, without a doubt, you know. You guys know that recently I did go and get a tattoo, which culturally isn't allowed. When I did post it out there, I realized one thing. The reaction that I got was not what I expected. I expected to get a lot of flack. You stupid man, what are you doing? You know, what are you doing with this tattoo? You should not get tattoo. It is haram, haram.
What I find is people that have tattoos are looked at as if they are bad boys.
Yeah, criminals, thugs, hooligan.
In your case, that's kind of true, so you know I get that.
No.
That's what you did. That's what you did. I beat you to it.
I know, you're too quick, man.
As long as it's halal, there's nothing in the religion that says that you can't do it.
Yeah.
You know, all cultures face these sorts of things where something is frowned upon rather than it's actually wrong. Now we have a duty from a religious aspect to say that when someone is doing something wrong, but when they're not, let them live.
Exactly.
What's the problem?
The problem though is we hold culture higher than religion.
We do.
You know,
We do.
we literally live and die by culture. And I'm talking generally here, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about Muslims, Sikhs, Hindus. I'm talking about all Asians because we're all pretty much the same, you know. Culturally, you can't do this. Culturally, you can't do that. I mean, simple things like marriage.
Yeah.
Do you get me? oh, you cannot marry her. Why? Because she's a Khoja, she's a Kashmiri, she's a Punjabi, she's an Urdu speaker. What the hell am I meant to get married to? I think that the younger generation, like our kids, I think they've got it a lot easier because we've been through the hardships already.
We've been through that change.
Yes, that
the mindset change between it has to be this way to okay, we'll let a little bit go. And now we're a lot more flexible because we've seen both sides of that coin.
Yeah.
So I think that we are a bit more lax from that perspective, and I think it's going to be hard for the next generation.
Yeah, it certainly is.
To make those correct decisions and things like that. So I think it's going to be tough for them.
See, the other thing as well is that I've heard some of our elders say is that culture is basically a form of identity.
Yes.
That's why culturally they are so traditional and we need to hold it.
Yeah.
But I do feel that identity is, of course, there's an element of identity within culture, like don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I feel that identity comes from your set of beliefs and from you as an individual.
Yeah.
And of course, the country that you belong to or originate from. But again, we can't be too... what's the word that I'm looking for when you love your country so much? Patriotic.
Yeah. Don't even start me on country. Huh? Don't even start me on the subject of country.
One thing you need to know about this guy, and this is like a fact. I love a lot of things about him, you know. There's a lot of things I adore, love and respect. But there's one thing in particular that I love that he does. His ranting. It is absolutely amazing. Like seriously, when you get this guy started, it's like boom, boom, boom. So I'm really trying to push some buttons here on him, you know, to see if we can keep. Come on, bro.
No.
Come on.
No.
Just for the guys out there, isn't it?
It's not good.
No.
We have to keep some modesty.
Yeah, definitely. You modest. When we're talking about Asian culture, what are the things that you would change about it?
I think it's perceptions, and again, this is very general. It's aimed at not just one particular sect, whether it be Asian. It's generally in the world that there is always a perception at the higher level, for want of a better word, that this person is no good based on things that he does or she does. Or the company that they keep.
So they, as in being judgmental.
Judgmental, yeah, and that exists everywhere. There's no getting away from that. But I think we should snap out of that and let people live the way they want to live. There is a very big culture in general of people comparing themselves to each other to say that.
Oh my God! Not just to each other, but their kids.
Yeah.
Sabina auntie's son, he got 3 A's in his A level. I mean, for God's sake, that's Sabina auntie's son. And Pakistani. Definitely.
We need to let people live.
Yeah.
What they want to do, how they want to do it, all of that. Like I said earlier, it's about making sure that they live in accordance to their beliefs and their religion. And as long as it's not haram, let them carry on.
Yeah. The other thing that really me off, like it seriously does, about Asian culture. And this whole being judgmental thing is, bruv, it gives our beliefs a bad name.
Yes.
I mean, if people don't turn around and say, oh, these, for example, Pakistani culture is bad because they're judgmental. They say, no, Muslims are bad.
Yes.
Or Hindus are bad, or Sikhs are bad.
Actually, I'd go one step further. It's brown people are bad. Because they often cannot tell the difference as to what religion they belong to.
Yeah.
And therefore they tarnish everyone
with the same thing. Exactly. So and it's because
we have to be a bit careful. Sorry, I cut you.
No, of course, right.
We have to be a bit careful about how we are perceived by others as well.
Yes, so, 100%. Again, it comes down to mindfulness. Now, I know back in the day, you know, when the family system was a big joint family system, everyone lives together and everyone's got their own say. Listen, I honestly think it's totally different now. When I got married, my mom and dad said I wanted to stay at home. I was like, listen, guys, I've already got my bedroom. I've got the biggest bedroom in the house. So me and my wife, we're going to stay here for the first 6 months to a year. My mom and dad looked at me. They're like,
get out.
Exactly. You are moving out. We waited too long, for you to get married, for you to get out of here. Literally, they helped me pack my bag with a smile on their face. You know? Whereas back in the day, it would have been a case of no, beta, you stay here for the rest of your life, you know? And to be honest with you, I think that that's probably the best thing my parents ever did for me. Culturally, they went against it, and I know that there was a lot of people out there that were advising them against it, and I do know who all you lot are. Yeah? There's a lot of people out there like you guys who are young, who will be going through and coming to the age of marriage, and you're going to be facing this, is arranged marriages. Arranged marriages are not religiously, there's nothing to do with religion.
In fact, the complete opposite.
I'm the one that's going off on a rant here.
What's going on?
Bro, it's your fault, man. Yeah.
Blood pressure okay?
Your heart's still okay, BP. Yeah. Wait, it's actually.
That's high actually.
It's actually high at the moment. Like, seriously, look at that. It's actually. Oh, I swear, culture, man. Yeah. This is what culture does to you. When you get too caught up in it, just live your life, be yourself, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing about culture. Yeah? What's this? Click, chic, Rita, chai, shy, toilet, voilet. For God's sakes, man. Stop rhyming everything in it. Okay, fair enough. It might not be culture. I take that back. Okay? But it's maybe, whatever it is, just stop
making his own culture now.
Yeah. When it comes to daughters, women, religiously, they're on a higher status than men.
Yeah.
Okay? But culturally, we treat them like and that's absolutely wrong. As Asian people, we say, oh, we're religious, we're pious, yeah? I'm sorry, yeah? Because if we were, then we would treat our women a lot better.
That has started to change more. That certainly was the kind of way things were in my day. Obviously,
bro, we're from the same day, man.
Nah. No, yeah.
You're only literally a couple of years older than me. You know what, guys? Make sure you comment down below, okay? If there are any experiences that you want to share, because it'd be wonderful to hear other people's experiences, right?
Absolutely,
you know. But I think there's also a lot of positives as well within our culture as well, without a doubt. Yeah, and I think one of them being community. When it comes to it, especially here in Asian culture, bro, we all stick together.
Yeah, we do. Yeah,
which is when in the time of need, yeah, people will always come together within our culture, man.
Yeah, that's very true.
Isn't it?
Very, very true.
And that's something I don't think you can beat.
No.
Just that unity, that love, that you get. We cannot get away from culture. Everything in life has got the good and the bad to it as well. But what we need to do is to learn how to extract the good and not take on the bad. Well, there you have it, guys. The philosophical end to a vlog, as we have been told that that's how it's been done. But we need to go Hollywood Smile now.